and the environment by Summer and Zaynab. Okay, so what the Prophet, peace be upon him, said about the environment. So he promoted a lot of respect and responsibility towards the environment and amongst his companions. So, for example, don't be wasteful. So if he was by a flowing river, even if there was like an infinite amount of water, you still have to be respectful and don't waste the resources you have. And if a Muslim plants a tree or like any plant or something like that, and a bird or a person or an animal eats from it, it's regarded as charitable and a gift or sadaqah for him. What the Prophet did for the environment. So he organised planting of trees and date groves, and it turned into a forest or conservation area. So obviously as a result, lots of animals and humans benefited from that, which in turn he got a lot of sadaqah from it, and it was a good, it made him a good role model for people to follow.
So the treatment of animals, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, as well as treating his friends and family with respect, the Prophet, peace be upon him, also treated the environment and animals with mercy and respect. He taught his followers that because animals were part of God's creation, they should be treated with dignity and due care. If someone kills a sparrow for sport, the sparrow will cry out on the day of judgment, "O Lord, that person killed me in vain. He did not kill me for any useful purpose." The Prophet explained that a killing would be for a just cause if it was for food. The Prophet on slaughtering animals, the Prophet ﷺ also said, "Verily, Allah has prescribed ihsan, kindness for everything. So when you kill, you must make the killing in the best manner. When you slaughter, make the slaughter in the best manner. Let one of you sharpen his knife and give ease to his animals in order to reduce the pain." Thank you for listening.
If you have any questions. Why we chose the environment. So with the kind of rising climate change and all the things happening with palm oil and just pollution in general, I feel like it was good. We felt like it was good to go back to kind of way back when it like all started, and how we should treat the environment from like its roots, rather than it being like all tainted by modern day machinery and stuff like that. So, any more? Yeah.
Two questions. One, how do you translate, because in the modern day we have easily access to water, to all resources. How do you translate that, what the Prophet did then to now? Because we can get everything really easily, so we don't think about it.
So you're asking like how we should learn from him nowadays. So we should try and do research before you buy stuff and before you do things, so you know exactly where it's coming from and what you're adding to in terms of where your money is actually going and how many your carbon footprint and stuff like that. So it's research. You have a question?
We have, again, similar vein. We're very disconnected from the food that we eat, especially meat. So we don't think about how it's killed and stuff. So how would you recommend that we get that connection back? So we think about the animal, we think about how it's slaughtered.
As long as you're doing it in a way you're not harming them.
And we just pick it up from the shop and bring it home. We're not harming the animal at all. So how do we, you know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of.
Can anyone answer that question? Ahmed?
Research how it's slaughtered.
Could do that. Could do that.
Maybe think about, we don't think about what we eat. We just eat. So maybe think about it and take a little bit more time and maybe not eat as much meat or whatever the case may be. Because we have that disconnect now, don't we? We don't think about, and I'm saying this because you guys are older, but we don't think about what we eat. We don't think about how we get our water. We're at the age now that we need to start thinking about that.
What did you learn last week about how to perform a wudu?
Yeah, you only use a small amount of water, right?
So what do? We turn a tap on and it runs.
Yeah.
So
Something like that.
things like that, like we have access to running taps, running rivers, but ideally we only need a bottle of water to form a wudu, and we should get into the habit of we don't need to wash our limbs under flowing water. We really need to dab our palms and rub, and that is a sunnah. So things like that, we're saving the environment. You know, not wasting water even though we have a running tap. And back to your hadith that you mentioned about the sparrow. What was it? I think that's a big reflection point as well, inshallah. So if someone kills a sparrow for sport, the sparrow will cry out on the day of judgment, "Oh Lord, that person killed me in vain." Can you imagine an animal or a creation of Allah, you know, witnessing against you on the day of judgment? And how often do we kill insects and just things in our path, you know, for fun? We need to be more mindful about it. And the first point you made as well about how we are all custodians of the earth. We all should be environmentalists. We should all protect our planet because Allah loves nature. And going back to our lesson, how does Allah describe Jannah? What kind of verses does He use in the Quran? How does He describe the beauty of Jannah? What did we say?
There's a lot of nature.
It's all nature. He describes rivers, flowing rivers, trees, palm trees, and animals. It's all nature. It's all creation. So Allah loves nature, and it's our duty